LIVENODING. In this episode, I want to share the breakdown of this simple chair and table. So I've done this in the past using SketchUp nodes. I thought I will do it again using geometry nodes anyway. I think this is super basics and trivial to create, but it's a good exercise. So we have the table, and also we have these two chairs with two different material. I could always replace the material of the seat and the leg anywhere I like. And yeah, so basically they are all just the same geometry nodes with a different parameter. I could always just create a new one and replace it with different color. I can make changes. Okay, the things I have two parts, the legs part and the seat. Currently the leg and the seat is probably slightly off. It's not 100% connected, but the rest of them we can just play around with the parameter to get a different result. And let's see, okay, I can make it n-gon, and we have different radius, and also we can have different seat thickness, leg radius, all the fancy stuff, how wide it is and how tall. Okay, how tall, this is really, this one should be dependent on the height of this actual seat and the radius. So there's a lot of parameters that could be made better, but yeah, this is my first attempt on it. All right, so how is the geometry nodes looks like? Okay, this is all the parameters with all the lines coming in. I realized with the material we have these red lines. Okay, that's something, for example, I think this is the seat material. This is actually the leg material slot, and this is the seat material. Okay, now it's clear. Okay, so that's basically the material, and I'm using set material for 2 or 3 different parts, the legs part and the seat part. And then we have this offset. For the setup, basically it's super simple. It's just the placement of the seat and the extrusion is maybe slightly interesting, and maybe the leg part is the most interesting. It's basically, I started with a circle with 4 sided, and I just break this part, so we have only this part, and I just add a fillet to make like a curve. So this is exactly what it is. So I started with just this curved circle. If I make this resolution of 3, you can see it's becoming triangle. So it's just 4-sided, and I rotate it 45 degrees, and then I scale it, set the spline cyclic to none, and then I add a fillet. So the fillet give that bend. I could add this into the parameter, but I just decided not to. And then I have this transform, so we can have a different design. And then this is just curve to mesh with some resolutions of you like that you like for the leg. And then I transform, and I use transform. There's this 90 degrees rotations. So originally it's basically just like that. I rotate it 90 degrees, and then I set the materials, and that's becoming the legs. Okay, so and then the table or the seat part is basically curve to mesh and the basic curve that's been extruded. Just curve circle with a bit of fillet and use curve to mesh and just extrude it into shape. The rest of them is just a matter of placing them correctly. Some of them is using this kind of ratio just to put the table or the chair on the floor. And yeah, so there's nothing much to it. It's basically super simple. And if you ever want to add a color, you want to have different colors to this, you can just, for example, okay, let's create new Suzanne and then give it a material, maybe yellow color. Now we can assign it into our chair, so that way. So that's how it works. Create another Suzanne, new material, give it a new color, maybe this one, pink color. So now the material is being used. Yeah, so this is how basic it is. There's another version of the chair where the chair is actually shaped more like a number 8 that's being bended. That's slightly more complicated, but similar ideas. Maybe you want to try to create something like that. But so that's the whole setup. It's very basic, but it's a good exercise if you want to try this yourself. Create your own and create your own parameters and see how it works. Maybe you can also modify this version and just make your own. Alright, so hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.